Lou Watkins has lived a life dedicated to educating and supporting others. Raised in Cushing, Oklahoma, Lou recounts that becoming an educator wasn't always the plan. However, when she discovered she could combine her passion for helping create a better world through the field of political science with a career in education, she truly found both meaning and purpose in a life of helping others, especially young adults, achieve their dreams.
I found out that many students had real obstacles in their lives that prevented them from learning, not just what I wanted them to learn, but what other teachers as well. And I found that there were many ways that I could help those students in overcoming those obstacles to learning.
Before beginning a doctoral program in educational administration, Lou graduated as a transfer student from OSU in 1964 with a bachelor's degree in political science. She completed her Master's of Science in Secondary Education with an emphasis in social studies the following year. But Lou's connection to OSU runs deeper than education. She met her husband of 57 years, former state senator and retired United States Congressman Wes Watkins, at the OSU Library. The two were married in Cushing, Oklahoma at Lou's childhood church in 1963, with her father officiating the ceremony. Lou and Wes moved to Wilburton, Oklahoma, where Lou took a job at the local high school teaching government, history, and economics. Lou's impact stretched far outside the classroom as she took a personal interest in her students' well-being.
A few days into teaching, I think it was an American history course, I began to sense that a young man could do better on his tests than he was. And I began to try to figure out why. And so one day I asked him, Don, what is it that is keeping you from doing well on my test? Because I can tell you're understanding it. And he said, I can't read. 15 years old, could not put two letters together to form a word. Wes and I were coming up to Stillwater for a ball game, and we loaded Don in the car with us, got him a ticket to the football game, and took it, the lab here, the reading lab here at OSU, opened for him that Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. They spent hours trying to analyze what was the problem with Don's being able to learn to read. And they said, it'll take us a little while to put this together, but we will bring to Wilburton a program for you to help Don learn to read. And they did. I will never forget how grateful I was to the faculty here at OSU for opening that lab up for one young man, one 15-year-old from Wilburton, Oklahoma, so that we could teach that young man to read.
After moving their family to Ada, Oklahoma in 1971, Lou was recruited by the academic vice president of East Central University and began a 14-year career teaching political science at ECU. She was beloved by her students and chaired the department for 5 years, during which time the department grew from 13 to 51 majors. Lou has led a life committed to helping others overcome obstacles. It was this dedication that led Lou and her husband Wes to register their home as an emergency foster home.
We kept many kids, and I was absolutely amazed at how resilient they were.
It was through the emergency foster program that Lou and Wes made the final addition to their family, their daughter Sally.
I always wanted 3 children. Wes said we could only afford 2, but I said, I'm going to get my 3rd child after all.
When Wes was sworn in as a member of the U.S. Congress in 1977, Lou remained in Ada with their 3 children, Martha, Wade, and Sally, to support him from home and maintain their presence in Oklahoma.
We said, you know, it's pretty clear to us that people really don't want that lifestyle. They want somebody here. And so we made the decision to leave our children in school in Ada and for me to stay in Ada and tend the home fires.
One of Lou's passions revolves around supporting and advocating for rural Oklahomans. She was a member of the Founding Board for Leadership Oklahoma, helping take the group statewide. She also served on the Oklahoma Academy for State Goals Board.
It was focused on the urban areas, and I just think that the rural areas of Oklahoma and the small towns have a lot to offer, but their needs and their problems are not the same. And so I served on that board to take that board statewide as well.
In 1997, Lou was appointed to the Board of Regents for the Oklahoma State University System and the Agricultural and Mechanical Colleges of Oklahoma. She was appointed and reappointed by 3 different governors, serving a total of 23 years and chairing the board 3 times. Lou's work on the board was always student-centered. She was the board's strongest proponent for establishing more need-based scholarships to provide students with financial difficulty the opportunity to attend college. Fittingly, when Lou retired from the board, her fellow board members endowed a fund in her name to meet students' emergency needs, such as a doctor's visit or a vehicle failure that might have otherwise caused them to leave school.
I've seen time after time again when that little tiny bit of intervention to help somebody has made it possible for a dream to come true.
Lou recounts the appointment of Burns Hargis as president of the OSU system as one of the board's greatest achievements during her tenure. Also during her tenure, she witnessed the construction of Boone Pickens Stadium, the new business building, and the McKnight Center for the Performing Arts. It's not just bricks and mortar that Lou has impacted. The Watkins have endowed a chair within the School of Global Studies and Partnerships. They are inducted into the proud and immortal Society of $1 Million Donors and have endowed 17 scholarships, touching the lives of individual students. Through all her accomplishments, Lou identifies her close-knit family as her greatest blessing.
We have good kids and good grandkids, and I'm so thankful for that. Not just that they have jobs and they've done well in school, but that they have a passion in their heart for making things better. And I'm very glad that they feel that way and that they live those kind of lives, because I think that's a part of the legacy that Wes and I will leave.
Lou is orange to the bone, and her roots are buried deep in the OSU tradition. She absolutely embodies the alma mater words, loyal and true. Fittingly, she recalls in over 60 years of OSU involvement, her favorite memory is attending opening night of the McKnight Center for the Performing Arts and hearing the world-renowned New York Philharmonic perform the song we all love so dearly. We are honored to induct Lou Watkins into the College of Education and Human Sciences Hall of Fame.